What's up, guys? This is Kevin. This is the podcast where I know.
And he doesn't. And I have no idea why he just pointed to his brain when he said, I know. I think he's trying to say like he knows something, but he does not. Because I know. He doesn't. That's the whole point. But this is going to be the first part of today. We're talking about the Drake lawsuit. That's actually a lawsuit now. Before, it was just fact-finding. Now it's actually a lawsuit. He's a Drake stan. Would you like to sing praises about Drake before we start?
God's plan. God's plan.
I'm disgusted and immediately have to use the bathroom for some reason. I don't know what it is. I love hip hop, so I'm more of a Kendrick person and the old Drake. Like Kendrick said, I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he acts tough. Like, what do you?
So that means he likes current Drake, basically.
No. Drake is weird. But on the new lawsuit, Drake has sued the record labels, the content creator. Basically, he's suing everybody except for Kendrick, trying to do two things. One, to fight to get more money, because only thing a person with hundreds of millions of dollars want is $1 billion. Whatever.
As he should.
I'm not even mad at that. I'm mad at how he's going about it. Mm-hmm. And the second part, it seems like everyone thinks he's trying to stop Kendrick from performing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl, which makes no sense because even old white dudes who don't listen to hip hop know Not Like Us. It's too late.
Maybe.
Ain't no maybe. If I go into a stush restaurant and go, A minor, everybody else is going to start laughing because they know what it means. There's nothing, you can't put it back in the bottle, sir. It's already out, but fine. So Drake has gone on this journey, I guess, this odyssey of trying to cease and desist everything. He doesn't want content creators talking about the song. He doesn't want them talking about it. He's mad because he said Kendrick is being anti-Semitic when he calls him a colonizer. He said he's making up lies and calling them names, even though he did the exact same thing on his song, calling Kendrick a cuckold and a woman beater, which there is absolutely no proof of.
Allegedly true.
And guess what? Him being a PDF file is allegedly true too. You can say that about everything. Hey, is it allegedly true that you wear size 2 shoes in women? It's allegedly true. See, everything is allegedly true. Say thank you to Donald Trump when he made up alternative facts.
Our president, by the way.
When he made up alternative facts, everything became the truth. Nothing is a lie anymore. The sky is orange. It's the truth because it could have been true. You remember that thing in the 50 Cent movie where he's like, even when I'm right, I'm wrong because I could have been right. Even though I was wrong, I could have been right. So there's a chance I might have been right, even though I was wrong. That's this whole thing. That's Donald Trump and this whole Drake situation. It makes no sense. How are you going to sue the content creators that were actually working on your behalf half of the time? Every time you put a song out, they went cuckoo for Drake. When Kendrick put a song out, they went cuckoo for Kendrick. The only difference is you put out 2 songs, Kendrick put out 4.
Man.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, excuse me. He put out 3 because everybody doesn't think of the Heart Part 6 because it was so trash.
So good.
So trash.
Melody was fire.
And I'm still wondering, since we're talking about alleged truths, in the Heart Part 6, he said he fed Kendrick all that information.
He fed all the information.
So he told him to call him a pedophile. Oh, excuse me, a PDF
make
file.
him look dumb, right?
So why you can't sue somebody when you tell them to call you a PDF file? It makes no sense.
Nah, this is a conversation that's beyond hip hop because the fact he's not suing Kendrick directly tells you everything.
Because Kendrick will roast him.
Maybe. So for the culture of hip hop, it's a bad move because he's always had this mark of like he's not black enough or he's not part of the culture. He's a culture vulture and things like that.
I don't like that. I don't think anyone except for Pusha T has said he's not black enough.
Plenty of people said that.
No. Even Pusha T
when he first started, people were saying like he's too soft to be in hip hop.
Yes,
like that.
It's not that this is what people keep getting wrong. When you hear that you're not a part of culture, you think they're saying you're not black. No one said he's not black.
That's exactly what they mean.
No, it's not.
That's exactly what they mean.
There are white people who are part of the culture.
Same with Logic. They say the same thing with Logic.
You know who they never said it about?
Go ahead.
Eminem. They've never said Eminem ain't part of the culture. And he's white as hell. He came out with blonde hair. They've never said he's not part of the culture, because he is, because he's got battles, because he's on the streets, because he was the dude out there getting beat up by people telling him, you a punk ass you're a punk white boy. And he was fighting them back. Okay. You know why? Because that's the culture. Right. The culture is going through it.
Street culture.
Drake never went through it. Do you know what Drake was doing when he was younger?
So you're saying hip hop is just street culture?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying hip hop is renegade culture. Renegade. Before the streets took over hip hop, before gangster rap was a thing, rap was anti-authoritarianism. Right. It was screw you if you're in charge. That's what we don't like. We don't like people who don't understand that. Drake has never been that. He's always
doing that right now.
He's
suing the system.
No,
that's what you don't. That's why I respect the lawsuit.
You can't sue the system using the system that you were using to screw other people, and then say you're part of the culture. That don't make sense.
That's where I'm confused, kind of, because so basically he's suing UMG. So there's 3 major record labels that owns all the music.
Sadly,
I know, right? So it's a big monopoly. They own all the music ever created, unless you're an independent artist or unless you got your masters back. I believe it's UMG, Warner Brothers, and Sony Music. So he's suing UMG. So basically what's going on in the background is when your favorite artist goes on the market, the record labels, even UMG, they pay your artist a certain amount of money, like $1 million advance, whatever. That artist makes the music, and then it's up to the record label to do all the promoting. So they'll go out to the radio stations, they'll put it on Spotify, they'll put billboards and stuff like that. That way you can constantly hear that artist to where, like, it's okay. You hear this artist for so long that song is infected in your mind to where it's pretty much programming, to where you feel like that artist is the best thing since, like, sliced bread.
I'm glad you said that.
So with that in mind, with Kendrick's song, what Drake is swinging about is that Kendrick and his music wouldn't even be as popular, it wouldn't be as big as it could have been, especially with this PDF file song talking about A minor, which I'm not gonna lie, it's about. What he's trying to say is, like, it wouldn't have been as big if it wasn't for the fact that the record label is doing mischievous tactics like buying bots. So, like, for example, when it comes to Spotify, you get paid for a certain amount of streams. So what he's saying is that the record label is hiring bots to make it seem like the song is bigger than what it is until people start catching on.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Who was the first person we heard about bots with?
I think Drake.
It was Drake. So who was also on the UMG label?
He's not on Sony, is he? Oh, he's on UMG. He's on UMG.
So basically, you're telling me Drake is suing the people who were doing what they were doing for him for doing it for someone else.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's what he's doing.
Allegedly, because
he's suing the people who are making the bots for him for making the bots for someone else and making someone else popular.
I think the main issue is that, and this is based off what academics says, and I know how you guys feel about academics. We over here, we go with academics. You feel me?
I don't know why he's touching me. I don't know.
We over here, we good with academics.
The only time I liked academics was when it was Joe Budden. That's it.
But from what he's saying is that the record label is trying to re-up their contract with Drake, and they're like not giving him as much money because of this beef. So because of this beef, instead of paying him like 800 mil or something like that, whatever the number he's looking for, they're paying him less because, like, his quote unquote value is lower because Drake isn't good for the market or whatever. So that's why Drake is suing, because it's like, yo, I deserve more money. I deserve to get more ownership of my masters. And you're downplaying me because of some dude who pops up every 5 years, pretend he's going to free the slaves, and then he disappears until the next album. If I'm Drake, I would have an issue with that. Heck no.
That freeing
and
the
words
slaves
matter, because if someone hurts my feeling, I'd probably sue too.
That freeing the slaves is on the same level as the nonsense Drake is suing for. That same line, it's the same free the slave. That's disrespectful.
Okay, you want to free?
That's disrespectful. No. Stick with it. That's disrespectful. He's trying to free the slave, right? Cool.
Isn't that what he's trying to do?
No, where are the slaves?
Us.
But we're not slaves.
We're slaves to the system.
But that's not what he was talking about. He was talking about the actual slaves.
I feel like he does. He made a song called Kunta Kinte.
Wow. And what was the song Kunta Kinte about?
Freeing somebody.
No, it was about freeing himself. From
Kunta
the music
Kinte?
industry. Yes, the music industry.
I gotta listen to that song again.
That's the point. You don't have to ever listen to a Drake song again because you get it the first time because it's simplistic garbage. But neither here nor
That's
there.
why he's popular.
Yes, that's why it's popular. Because it's easier. No, it's too late. Because it's easy to, your words, brainwash and program the people with nonsense. And Kendrick comes with that deep, thought-provoking stuff. I choose to listen to that, which is fine. Call it what you will.
Go ahead.
Like I'm saying, it's nonsense. Number one, he proved that he's not hip-hop. He proves that he's not like us because you don't do that. You call somebody a cuckold, you call somebody a woman beater, and then you cry when they call you a PDF file? That's not hip-hop, yo. That's not renegade. That's not anti-authoritarianism. That's I hit him, he hit me back, I'm gonna go cry to the teacher. That's what that is. You sound like a sucker. You know who else is going through exactly what you just said?
Go ahead.
Jimmy Butler. You know Jimmy Butler?
Nah.
He's a star player for the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat are doing him exactly how Drake is doing. You think Jimmy Butler's suing? You think he can sue? I'm going to sue because they suspended me. I'm going to sue because they're lowering, because of stuff he always was doing, but now they're trying to like get at him now because they want to get rid of him and because they want to. Because Pat Riley,
he should sue.
No, you can't sue, bro. You don't sue. That's not how you handle things.
You don't sue.
You don't.
This is why black people can't come up.
No, because guess what? And I'm saying this now. You sue, you're going to lose, and all you're going to do is open yourself up to your credibility being destroyed. That's what people never think about. People always think, I'm going to sue. Well, guess what? When you sue, you open yourself up to them coming at you the same way you're coming at them. So as hard as you want to come at you, UMG,
yeah.
They're going to come back at you with all the same nonsense you're talking about. All the nonsense, all the stuff you did, all the behind the scenes meetings they had with you that they have on record and they have paperwork that you signed where you were like, yeah, let's get these bots going. They're going to be like, sir, you didn't complain when we were making the bots for you. Why are you complaining now? He's also a person that, should we not extend him to say, oh, Drake is special. Drake should be the only one with the bots. Is that what you're saying, Drake? And guess what? When people hear that, they're going to go, wow, he's really not like us.
Yeah, I think you should thank Drake, but
I'll thank him later. Bars. That was hard. You didn't get that? Thank you.
Take care.
I'm just chilling with the views.
Man, nothing was the same after that. Anyways.
Oh, shit, I thought it was a scorpion.
It's going to be mad interesting to see what happens because, so pretty much what's going to happen is the whole industry, academics says the Illuminati.
If you don't stop bringing up academics.
I like academics. Lord. I'm sorry. I like him. He teaches about the music industry.
He's going through his own thing right now. He need to worry about.
Allegedly.
Talk about PDF files.
Allegedly.
Yeah, all right.
But, apparently the music industry is not cool with Drake right now. So the system. And this next album, or whenever he puts out his album, it is going to be the biggest, like, misnomer. Or I guess it's going to be misnomer. I think misnomer is a good word.
Decent word.
Big word. Being that it's going to determine how they're going to handle Drake, and then also if Drake is as popular as he is. Because when it comes to hip hop, like, numbers matter. Usually the first week sales matter. And when it comes to a lot of the tactics that record labels use, like, for example, they would have like a bundle with their albums and call that album sales. We're going to see what the industry does. So if the industry sees that Drake flops without them, that shows that his value isn't as high. But if he succeeds without them, what does that do? What does that do to the system? Because right now with your favorite artists, they're tied to a record label, and if they want to succeed, they have to like come into that system in order to grow. Let's say like Russ, because Russ is pretty popular right now.
Kendrick's not really tied to a system like that. I mean, UMG just does. I think they do certain things for him, but he does everything through PG Lang. And to keep it a buck, I tell people all the time, I like to like go back and think of how people should have handled situations. I honestly think what Drake should have done, I don't know his contract, so I'm just assuming.
Right.
But if they have everything that Drake puts out, he can't put out without them, I would put out 21 Savage featuring Drake, but it would be a Drake album. I will put out hella Drake albums without Drake, or it would be like featuring Aubrey. I would put out albums of my stuff under someone else's name, like Prince used to do. I would, so you guys don't get it. And then here's the problem with Drake. Here's the real problem with Drake. Every big time rapper, right, that has sense has a team.
Okay.
They have people that they put around them that does their work for them.
Okay.
Drake does not. Because no, he doesn't. I'm gonna tell you why. Drake's team was UMG.
And his label, OVO, and
right, but all OVO's team was UMG. That's the difference between him and Kendrick. Kendrick has his own team at PG Lane. They're not a record label, they're a life brand. So they have a whole bunch, call it what you will, he has a whole bunch of people that work just for PG Lane that do the stuff that labels do. That's why his splits are crazy. That's why he's talking all that stuff. Like, yo, you talking about my splits are crazy because I'm doing the work. I'm doing the promotions. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I just need you guys to put the CDs out. You know what I'm saying?
Distribute.
Right.
So you're saying is he owns his masters?
I believe so. I believe so. But if I'm wrong, you can come in there. But I'm saying Drake does not, because Drake is a slave, pardon the word, he must be the one he was trying to free. He is a slave to the system of the record label. That's why Drake was trying so hard to give them so many albums so fast to get off of that. Right. So, but instead of thinking, let me be independent, he was thinking, I'm going to re-up at a higher number. Right?
As he should.
Not if you want to be in a place where you can do what you want, you can't be a slave to a record label. A record label will always take what they want and control you by what they do for you, like they're doing now. The same way the Miami Heat are doo-dooing, look at that, I said a word, that wasn't bad. They're doo-dooing on Jimmy Butler. The same way he left himself open to be doo-dooed on by UMG.
We're trying not to curse.
I'm sure it's really hard for me. But he left himself, because if he wasn't linked to UMG and he was putting out stuff on his own, because let's be real, Drake can go platinum without UMG.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Drake can go platinum by just putting Drake on the CD. Right. You feel me? But he doesn't want to go platinum. He wants to be Michael Jackson. He wants to have billions listens and da-da-da, right? Right. If he was okay with just being like, you know what? I know getting, let's say 10, 20% of $1 billion pie is great. Or I can get 99% of this $500 million pie. But I'm gonna have to put all the work in. Put all the work myself. I'm gonna have to do all this. I'm gonna have to line up all the interviews. I'm gonna have to hire people that do all that. He doesn't want to do that. He likes to do it the easy way. Ain't nothing wrong with that, because everybody likes the easy way. Okay. But it puts you in this position. You're in a position now where you have to bow to them. And now he has a lawsuit against them. Do you think that's gonna make them work harder for him?
Definitely not.
So you're in a precarious position where you can't do anything. So he's screwed.
I don't know. We're gonna have to see.
We will see. I think he should have I would have been like, I would have started calling myself Aubrey, and I'd start putting out Aubrey albums. It'd have been, my name is Aubrey. I would have sped up my voice. Okay, so it sounded like that. It sounded like this, and same bars. I'd have put out nothing but fire under Aubrey, and I'd be like, y'all better watch out for Aubrey Graham, Aubrey G. I'd be Aubrey G, and I would sell as Aubrey G, and the label don't get no cut of that. And now they can sit there and watch me put these albums out, because I guarantee you, one thing labels hate? Watching money go away. Right. If they see money that's being made and they don't have a part of it, that's why they hate, what's his name? What's the gay dude? Frank Ocean. That's why they hate Frank Ocean for what he did to him. Frank Ocean got him with the double bop. You know what happened? Oh yeah, I know the double bop. I love that, man. His move was the second best move ever after Stevie Wonder. Right. Stevie Wonder has the best label move ever that we're not going to talk about now. It'll take too long. But then ran off 5 classics. He's a genius. But Frank Ocean's move was diabolical. Right. And the record label will never let it happen again. But Drake is the guy who could make it happen. Drake, I'm telling you, Aubrey G right now, if Drake put out an album as Aubrey G, you would buy the album. The second somebody, the first week it came out, they'd be like, who the hell is Aubrey G? And then once you find out it was Drake, you'd be like, man, let me get that Aubrey G. And you would jam it as long as it was popping. I don't know why bro, if Drake took the L, right? If Drake took the L and then sat down and this summer came out with Take Care. Okay. Take Care 2. Name it Take Care 2. No. What was the first one? What was the first album? Take Care 2. Nothing was the same? What was the first album he came out with?
Comeback Season, I think. No,
the first big album. Like on the label.
Take Care.
I know it was Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. Thank Me Later.
Thank Me Later.
Whatever that three album run was when he came out with, I would have the first one would be that part 2. The second album would be that part 2. The next album would be that part 2. All under, well, if he was going to do this, all under Drake, right? Wouldn't say a word.
Right.
And I would put it out and I would pump it. I wouldn't say, you know what? I'm so petty about this money. If I'm him, I would have a J. Cole song, and then I would have a on the end, I would leave a 16 and be like, this is supposed to be Kendrick's, and I wouldn't even rap on. I would just leave it there open and be like, hey, if Kendrick, and I put it out in the world, I'll be like, hey, the song would be named, This Spot For You, Kendrick, and it'd be a little blank at the end, featuring, and it'd be that. Cause what? Take the L, bro. You know who takes? All right, I'm gonna say this. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm going too long.
No, you're good.
You remember what I said? I said this generation, Drake is you guys Jay-Z.
Right.
Do you remember what Jay-Z did when he took that L?
He rebranded, I think.
He sat back, took it, and then came back more Jay-Z as ever. That's all Drake had to do. That's what Ja Rule failed at. Ja Rule tried to come back gangster. No, I would have came back with 6 more singing songs. If 50 Cent said I sing too much, I'd have been like, hey, this for 50 Cent, y'all ready? I would have had 6 more singing songs. And they would have been fire.
Okay.
And he would have sold them when nobody said nothing. He tried to come up with clapback.
I'm gonna get my final thoughts.
Go ahead, jump on.
I wish Drake went the pop hop route, because hip hop fans don't really support you like that to a T, like Taylor Swift. Did you hear the Taylor Swift situation?
No, I haven't Taylor Swift.
Okay. So Taylor Swift had an issue. These are my final thoughts, by the way. But I'll make it quick. So Taylor Swift basically had an issue with a record label.
Where she redid the albums.
She redid her album.
Yeah.
I wish Drake can do that, but I don't know how strong his fan base is. I don't know.
You can't say Drake is a once in a lifetime act and then say I don't know how strong his fan base is.
For hip hop.
Hip hop is white people.
Taylor
so they
Swift
love
is
him.
Michael Jackson level. Like,
so is Drake.
It's not even close.
Drake's supposed to be Michael Jackson. It's supposed to be Taylor and Drake. This century. Taylor and Drake supposed to be 1 and 2. What you talking about?
Or like Taylor, Bad Bunny, Drake is somewhere. I'm sure there's somebody else I'm missing.
I don't think Bad Bunny
crazy.
When I say that level, I'm talking about from 2000 and now. From the 2000s. Bad Bunny ain't really been hitting since he started in like the 2020s.
You're bucking.
No, I'm saying he started in 2020s. He wasn't hitting
America.
Right, but he wasn't hitting like that in 2001. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about from 2000 and now. Drake's reign.
2000?
Well, all right, 2005.
More like 2010.
All right, so 2010. I'm sorry, I'm old. 2010 to now, okay? 15-year run. That's funny. Bad Bunny wasn't popping in 2010 like that everywhere. Right?
Okay.
So it was Taylor Swift and Drake. Bad Bunny's coming up now, and he's killing it. I'm not, no disrespect, Bad Bunny, but Drake and Taylor is up here. He got enough fan base. White people love him. They see themselves in him.
The numbers don't reflect that, though.
How so?
Like,
Drake is second in everything.
Taylor Swift's last album had 1 million units first week. Drake comes around like 500K to like 300K.
That's because it's country whites. There's a different. See, Taylor has pop. She has pop.
Okay.
And she has country. Okay. Drake has pop, and then he's not really hip hop no more. No, he's not hip hop anymore. I told you that.
He's still hip hop. You're bugging. But anyway, he's trying to branch out. That's why he's trying to branch out. Caribbean music.
What's his last hot song?
Music. Drake?
Yeah.
I don't know. Family Matters?
No, Before the Beef.
Before the Beef? Before the Beef, he put out Slime Out. So, Rich Baby Daddy, I would say.
That and all
out, I guess.
All those is him trying to get, and this is why I say he's like Jay-Z, him trying to get back popular so he latches on.
I don't know why he hates Drake like this.
I don't hate Drake. I like Drake with the melodies. What did Jay-Z do? Jay-Z, every time Jay-Z's had somebody hot, hey, let me hop on that remix. Hey, J. Cole, you coming out? What's that song? Mr. Watch? Okay. Let me get on that remix. That's all Drake was doing. He's following the Jay-Z blueprint. I'm not mad at him for it, but that's all he's doing. He's trying to get a new, when he wanted to get hot, and like, I'm gonna jump over here with the Afro beats. I'm gonna jump over here with the British dudes.
That's smart.
I'm not dissing it.
Okay.
But I'm saying when you do that and you don't feed hip hop, you lose hip hop. That's what he did it to himself. Because no matter what Jay-Z did, Jay-Z might hop on. Remember when Jay-Z hopped on by Juvenile?
See, we're gonna extend this conversation.
No, we ain't got to. All right. My final thoughts. I'm gonna cut it because I talk way too much. Drake went about this the wrong way. You cannot endear yourself to hip hop by running and snitching to a lawyer to complain about somebody calling you a PDF file when you call them a woman beater and you call them a cuckold. You can't do that. That's not the way hip hop runs. And if you don't know that, that's why you're not like us. And I'm done.
Drake, I respect everything you do. And
excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you again. Bless you a third
Sorry,
time.
all the Drake BS is making me. Go ahead.
All right, final thoughts. Drake,
Again.
Trying to avoid copyrights, okay? Drake, I respect everything you do, except for allegedly messing with people's baby moms and their wives and girlfriends and stuff like that. But you're that nigga, so let me not say that. You're that guy, so I get it. Now, too bad you responded to this beef because I think the main reason why Kendrick got all this clout is because you responded and went back and forth, which I think was brilliantly done when you first did it, especially with that Tupac freestyle. Beautiful.
Horrible.
Beautiful and creative. I love that.
Horrible.
At the same time, you kind of helped Kendrick out because Kendrick never had a #1 song.
What are you talking about? Don't.
I'm sorry,
he just likes to make stuff
I
up.
want to say song or album.
He's had
But,
all his albums went #1.
There was something he didn't go #1 with.
He
I
just
can't
likes to
remember
hate.
right now.
He just likes to hate.
I can't remember right now, but hopefully you win this lawsuit because I really would love to see the music industry change. I'm tired of having watching like gatekeepers and tired of watching artists having to be put on a system that they don't want to be on. I'd rather people be independent and succeed on their own as opposed to like being stuck on a record label. So hopefully you succeed and hopefully you prosper after this beef because this is something that I know.
He doesn't.
This is something.
All right, we're gonna end it there.
Peace.
Embarrassing.
I'm glad you got that.
Oh, what? That he doesn't?
This is something I know.
Oh, always.